What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, just another PuckYouTuber, Coach of the Coach of your Piedmont Triad Kickers, coming at you today with Week 5 of Season 2 of the LBBA. Today we are taking on the current reigning champ, Cherry, coach of the Philadelphia Melmetals, who has a pretty threatening team which consists of Zapdos, Tinkaton, Slitherwing, Hugentera, Hydreigon, Gengar, the King Gambit, the Slowbro Hugentera, the Deoxys Defense, the Doug Trio, and last but not least, the Gligar. And I wish whoever did these models would work on Doug Trio's eyes, because now that I'm looking at this thing's eyes, you look very just creepy. Like, you don't even look cool and creepy, you just look creepy. But anyway, this isn't even a team that Cherry drafted himself. This is a team he picked up after someone dropped out of the league due to, like, personal life circumstances, right? So for this to be a team that he picked up, this is a pretty good team. The only thing this team is honestly missing is hazard removal, which he did have, but the hazard removal was Hitmontop, and he calls it Shitmontop. So as you can imagine, he doesn't like it too much, and it got the boot really quick. So you gotta respect the commitment to someone saying, you know what, I have hazard removal, but I'd rather just not run it if this is the option I have. And you have to respect it, right? So personally, I think he's gonna probably bring I feel like he brings the Doug Trio. It's his fastest mon against me. And they can do like some cheesy stuff with like the Arena Trap. I think he brings the Zapdos. He needs like a defensive pivot, kind of like the best thing he has. I think he brings Hydreigon, and it could maybe even be Scarf for, like, offensive purposes. Because the only thing my team has really for it is the Goodra, because I mean you can just U-turn on Hoopa, so like Hoopa's massive Spadef stat doesn't even save it in this situation. I think he brings the Terra Slowbro over the Terra Slitherwing, albeit I don't think Terra Slitherwing is impossible to come. I just think the Slowbro looks better into the matchup. I think he brings the King Gambit, because that could be like a little in-game thing. And then to round out the team, I think he could bring Gengar just for like speed. I don't think Tinkaton, Slitherwing, and Deoxys and Gligar necessarily look bad in the matchup, but I just think the other Pokemon look better. So to combat this team, first and foremost, we have to bring Peter Parker, the Spidops. Last time I played Cherry in this league was in the finals last season, where we lost 3-0. This is the only Mon that was on both teams. Like the team I had last season and the team I have this season, it's the only Mon that was on both teams. So obviously this guy has to come. This is a generational runback. He's rocking his Mental Herb, Insomnia for the ability, 252 HP, 4 defense, 252 Spadef, careful nature with sticky web, spikes, knockoff, and U-turn. My opponent has no way to remove hazards, so ideally turn 1, we can just lead this guy and just start setting up webs or spikes depending on what's led against us. Because of the Mental Herb, we can't be encored, we can't be taunted, and we can just continue setting up spikes like nothing ever happened. And if needed, we can just reposition and then set up more hazards later, because nothing on this team is one-shotting me. But yeah, that is Peter Parker. Next on the team roster, and speaking of hazards, I need my hazard removal, so we decided we're going to bring Tierno the Blastoise, who's rocking his heavy duty boots, Torrent for the ability, max HP, max defense, Force Spadef, Impulse Nature with flip turn, rapid spin, mirror coat, and body press. Body press is just really good for like the King Gambit, the Hydreigon. Mirror Coat can be really good for like the Zapdos, who never one-shots us, as well as the Gengar. We have Rapid Spin to remove hazards, and then we have Flip Turn to like pivot in and out. But yeah, his guy's mainly here to remove hazards though. But as Blastoids, next on the team roster is my only Terra Captain that I'm bringing this week. I know, shocker, because we're bringing both all season long. But yeah, this week we're only going to bring Wimmy the Whimsicott, who is rocking her Focus Sash, Prankster for the ability, Terra Ghost, max special attack, 48 Spadef, 208 speed because we're speed creeping the Gengar, with Timid Nature, Moonblast, Shadow Ball, Encore, Endeavor. Moonblast and Shadow Ball are kind of the only moves we need to hit everything on the team, because the one Steel type is also a Dark type, so we can just click Moonblast into that. And if they Sucker Punch us, as long as we have our Focus Sash attack, we can probably click Endeavor, maybe even click Encore, and then go out to like a actually no, we can't Encore a Dark type, I'm tripping, but we could definitely Endeavor him, or anything that hits us. And this is mainly here for like the Slowbro though. Like if it tries to set up on us, we could just Encore it into the setup move, And if it's already set up, after it hits us, we can just endeavor it and then kill it with whatever comes in next, you know? But in general, Moonblast and Shadow Ball hit everything on the team. But yeah, that is Wimmy. Next on the team roster is a Mon who's normally at the end, but this time they're right here. It's the one, the only, the real Boulder, who was rocking his Lumberry, you know, because, he just is. Just to account for, like, mainly to account for paralysis. Just to account for paralysis. And, maybe anything like Gengar we should go for, because I think Gengar also gets Will-O-Wisp, but I can't remember. But anyway, we are Lumberry, justified for the ability, 252 attack, 64 speed F, 192 speed, jolly nature with Stone Edge, Close Combat, Earthquake, and Swords Dance. We do need to wait for the Doug Trio to be dead first. And maybe even the Gengar if it's like specs, I think. But after those two things happen, we can just SD and just win the game on the spot. We do need to we do need to get up hazards for the Slowbro. Like, if we get up all 3 layers of spikes and then set up with this guy a +2, it should be put in that range of +2 Stone Edge. But outside of that, we have to like chip it beforehand. But yeah, for the most part, we set this guy up, we can just kind of win depending on like how chipped certain things are. But yeah, that is the real Boulder. Next on the team roster is a Mon who's meant to be here, for offenses and defenses in the form of Turbo, the Gudra Hisui, who is rocking his Shed Shell so we can pivot out in front of the Doug Trio. Gooey for the ability, so we get hit by a physical move, we drop speed. So if like Slitherwing comes and it hits us with like a move, like let's say we switch it into like a first impression, now it'll be slower than us, so we can just hit it with a move. But anyway, we are max HP, max HP, 4 special attack, max speed F. So Blastoise is our physical wall, whereas it's more so our special wall that we can kind of throw into, like, for example, Zapdos, Hydreigon. We are Careful Nature with Draco, Meteor, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, and Acid Spray. Acid Spray is just to, put Mons in range of, like, well, not in range, but weaken them for like the Draco, the Ice Beam, or the Thunderbolt, because those 3 moves hit everything on the team for either super effective or neutral damage. If not Acid Spray, we would have ran Flamethrower, but I feel like Acid Spray goes a little further here because of the Slowbro. But yeah, that is Turbo. Next on the team roster, last but not least, at this point, you should probably expect this guy to come. It's the one, the only, Toph, who's rocking his Leftovers. Sheer Force for the ability, max special attack, 4 speed F, max speed, Timid Nature with Earth Power, Gravity, Substitute, and Calm Mind. It was either I run Focus Blast and like Rock Slide to hit Zapdos and freaking Hydreigon, or I just run Gravity. And to me, Gravity just looks so much better because at +1, Earth Power just kills Slowbro. Because it's more so physically defensive than Spadef invested. Like Spadef, like that's just how his BST is set up, right? So if we can get the Calm Mind up and get the Gravity up, nothing on this team takes a hit from us. I'm just saying. But yeah, that is Landorus, that is the team. I think I said everything needed to be said, so without further ado, let's get into the battle. Good luck, have fun to my opponent, Cherry. Hopefully this battle is a banger. Alright, we are connected with our opponent, Cherry, also known as Jalen. This has to be the most hard trick. Wait, is this even, would we consider this hard trick room? So this is nothing I was expecting. So he brought King Gambit, Tinkaton, Terra Fairy Slowbro, no Slitherwing, which, hey, I'm not complaining. Deoxys, Defense. I said Slowbro. He brought Zapdos, and he brought... Who am I missing? Oh, Gligar. Gligar. Makes sense. I mean... I think we're okay to just leave this guy. And then at some point in time, we're going to go out here and get our webs up. I mean, or do we want to just... Actually, no. We're gonna freaking, just, like, okay, webs are so irrelevant in this game, but we're gonna definitely set spikes. Oh, goodness. Okay, good luck, have fun to my opponent. Because Spidops literally has no function here. There's no... He didn't bring Gengar, so even he does set his own hazards. He, like... They can taunt us. But we're just gonna click... But we're Mental Herb, so it doesn't matter. So we get up spikes. They're gonna taunt us probably. Either they taunt us, they go for the Stone Edge, they go for their own rocks. Okay, that's cool. I'm okay with this because we can just rapid spin with Blastoise and then flip turn out. So we're gonna just get up all 3 layers of spikes. They literally cannot remove them. They could go for the taunt this turn. They could maybe go for the taunt this turn. Yeah, let's see what they decide to go for. Let's see what they decide to go for. They got up their rocks. They could taunt us if they have it. They could encore us, which doesn't really benefit them. But, you know, they could do that. They could, because you encore us and then you have to swap out. So that means we get all 3 layers of spikes up. A lot of this team could be Boots, though. Which, I mean, you know, fair. That's fair. That's very fair. But we don't really need webs because of the speed tiers, but I'm pretty sure he has some kind of trick room option on this team. It works for and against us in a way, but we'll just have to wait and see. I know one thing though, Landorus looks like a G in this game. Okay, so who comes out now? Gligar maybe? Oh, this thing. We're gonna get up more spikes. And I think what we do is get up one more. I mean, we have no reason to not get up another layer. So we're gonna just get up one more layer. Ha ha, joke's on you, we're Mental Herb. So we get all 3 layers of spikes up, which is nice for us. And now we're just going to U-turn out into Blastoids and Rapid Spin. We're going to be slower than them. Yeah, we're just going to U-turn and Rapid Spin. We're going to just U-turn and Rapid Spin. We didn't... I mean, maybe we should have gotten the... I mean, is anything with this team going to be Scarfed, realistically? I don't think so. So they have Taunt and Nightshade. We're going to U-turn... You're bulky as crap. But to be fair, we are Spidops. We're Spidops, bro. Like we're only with so bulky. But anyway, we have to rapid spin these stealth rocks away though. So we know they're Nightshade, Taunt. I'm assuming you have Teleport and like a. Either way, we're gonna flip turn. And no, we're gonna rapid spin and we're gonna flip turn the following turn. I think we should just flip turn back into. I guess we could flip turn into... We could flip turn into Spidops. Like, is there any reason why we can't? It's really only if they start setting up their own whatchamacallits. Trick Room, that's fine. We're just going to flip turn and see what move they decide to click, actually. Okay, so they click Teleport. They're clicking Teleport. Based on what they have... So they can teleport into Zapdos, Gligar, Slowbro, Tinkaton, or King Gambit. So I think... And, bro, we have a Shed Shell that we're not even going to get to use. I guess we could go into... this? Bro, this is so strange. Either way, they're clicking Teleport. So the set is Trick Room, Teleport, Nightshade, Taunt. Okay. We know that their only attacking move is Nightshade. We cannot do anything about that, though. Yeah, we just can't do anything about that. Whatever comes in, unless it has on boots, it's going to take, you know, some good chip. And matter of fact, my guy is actually slower than, like, this whole team, except for... We're going to be slower than Gligar. We're not slower than King Gambit, and we're not slower... Okay, we're not... Yeah, I think it's just... Oh, Slowbro. We're not slower than Slowbro. It's literally just those two, but I don't think Slowbro comes out on us because we're Steel type, you're Terra Fairy. You don't really hit us to begin with. King Gambit... I mean, we just Ice Beam this guy, right? We just Ice Beam this guy, right? Or am I tripping? We just Ice Beam. I mean, we probably don't kill him because he's a Gligar with Eviolite, but we just Ice Beam you, right? Yeah, let us say we just Ice Beam you. We should take that, you know, relatively well. I think we just click Ice Beam again. If they go Tinkaton, we just go out into Blastoids. Like, if they go Tinkaton, we just go hard Blastoids. That's kind of all they can do. We should still try to keep Goodra healthy for slow. Well, to be honest, Whimsicott can kind of just deal with the Slowbro as long as we don't let it get chipped before going in on the Slowbro. Because Endeavor... okay, so I'm thinking this like, okay, this Gligar is chipped now, so Tinkaton's gonna come in, and if it's out my way, who the heck is... Ooh, I know that sucks. So we're gonna... Do we freeze? Let's say it'd be kind of funny if we froze him. So... We just go into our Blastoids here. And I think we just flip turn out, right? I'm assuming they low kick here. Or they might just click Kowtow Cleave. Yeah. How much damage do we take? Way more than I would have liked. Do they stay in? I don't think so. Right? So I think what we do is we flip turn out maybe into Terrakion. I don't think you Iron Head us. And this thing can't really come in again. Alright. So we're going to get a free flip turn into something. What are we going to flip into? Had it coming. I think we've seen this already. Oh, this girl. Yep. So now we're going to just flip turn out into... We don't want them setting hazards again, so... we could... Either we go into Landorus. I mean, what do you do? If we go into Lando, their only real play is going into Zapdos, I guess. We could go into Terrakion, but then they could just go back into Deoxys, right? So I think our play is just to go into Landorus. We just go into Landorus. Their only real play is to go into... So we know you're not... Clearly you're not Air Balloon. I'm pretty sure even if you're... Let me make sure. Tinkaton dies from right here, right? Before I get ahead of myself, we absolutely kill this thing, right? Or I like to give Tinkaton some credit because at the end of the day, this thing does have respectable SpDef, and you are absolutely in range of death. This actually one-shots you, so you're dead. But at least we know we denied more hazards coming up. So that means they have to deal with the hazards because we know they don't have it on... They don't have it on Deoxys. They don't have it on Deoxys. They could have it on Gligar. Gligar could absolutely have it. Let's see who comes out here, though. So Tinkaton is down. That's the first kill of the game. I think we... What do you do? Click... We're going to Calm Mind here. I mean, what did they... what do they do to us? They could Rain Dance into Weather Ball, I guess, right? Either way, we're going to Calm Mind right here. Because it's either you're clicking Rain Dance into Weather Ball or you're just going for the Raw Hurricane, which, I mean, that does a respectable amount of damage. I can't deny that. And even then, you have to be Scarf to outspeed us. And I'm pretty sure after a Calm Mind, I don't think we get two-shotted, at least. I don't think we get two-shotted. Okay, let's see what they decide to go for. What do they go for? They go for... What move are they going to click? Okay, so they're... Okay, that's cool. That was cool. So they have Gligar, Slowbro, Deoxys, and King Gambit. If Slowbro comes in, we're just clicking Earth Power because we have no reason not to. Yeah, we're just gonna click Earth Power. I think Whimsicott can actually deal with Deoxys, by the way. Terrakion can definitely deal with the King Gambit. Doesn't matter what mon he goes into, all of them are taking a lot of chip from these spikes. Zapdos, Gligar. If Gligar comes in, we're just going to click Gravity. We have no choice but to click it, but we're going to click Gravity. They probably Ice Fang us. If I had to take a guess, they're going to click Ice Fang here. Let me just show how much damage do we take from an Ice Fang? From Gligar. I guess I should look it up, right? Let me give you the benefit of the doubt that you have like max attack. Ice Fang. And you know what? Let me give you more benefit. Let's say you're adamant. It does not kill us. Okay. Alright. We're gonna just click Gravity here. You can only hit us with Ice Fang. And if they click Knockoff instead or click Rocks, then let's see what they decide to do. They decide to do a Wing Beat. Let me see something. Does Earthquake break our... Earthquake does break our sub. Okay. We have to just click Earth Power here. So Landorus should take this out. There's no reason for him to swap. Like, there's just none at all. So I'm going to go ahead and give Landorus 2 kills. Because Gligar should not swap out here. It just should not. And then I'm assuming after this we see the Slowbro come out. Because realistically, the only way he can try to win is if Slowbro starts scalding us or ice beaming, but we live all of those. We have Gravity up, so we can kill Zapdos if it comes in. Deoxys does not take a hit from us anymore. King Gambit's not taking a hit from us anymore, so that's 2 for Landorus. That's 2 for Landorus. Getting those hazards up was definitely beneficial, but I have to acknowledge my opponent did pick this team up from somebody else. So it's not like this is a team that Cherry himself drafted, but, you know. Cherry's still a really good player, though. Really, 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 really good player. So we're, okay, looking good so far, but we can't get complacent. We absolutely cannot become complacent. We just know that, bruh, he can only go into Slowbro, honestly. Home. That sounds like, yeah. And now we just click, and let me double check. Like, we definitely live like we live Ice Beam and we live Scald from Slowbro, right? Calm Mindset. We live a Scald. Ice Beam. 65 to 72. We're at 265. I don't think they're a offensive Slowbro either. So it's like, okay, we should live this. I don't think they're an offensive Slowbro either. Because, I mean, Slowbro typically isn't like max special attack. I mean, if they're max special attack, they're actually going to kill us with Ice Beam. If they have Ice Beam. If they don't have Ice Beam, they don't kill us. They're Terra Fairy, which tells me you probably have Calm Mind. Okay. Something's going to die to this. Real. Who's this? You're dead, which means Trick Room is gone. If I had clicked sub there, that would have been so crazy. So Trick Room is gone. And I think Slowbro is actually in range. Like, if it comes back on spikes, I think it's actually in range to die. Out my way. That's this guy. And we still have Gravity for one more turn. No, 2 more turns, actually. Okay. So we're just going to click Earth Power. We could have subbed on that. It is what it is. Earth power. It is what it is. We could have and we should have subbed, but it is what it is. Because if we would have subbed, we definitely just 6-0 at Landorus. And so that's 4 for Lando. Honestly, Slowbro might... Oh, you have Regenerator, so it doesn't work that way. So how much are we doing with this Earth Power? We're doing... Actually, depending on their EV investment, they might just die. Depending on the EV spread, they might die. Yep. There we go, Lando. That's 5 for Lando. And now we have no choice but to click Gravity again. Do I care to try to 6-0? No, I don't. I don't care to try to 6-0 friend. He's a homie. We don't try to 6-0 homies. If it happens, it happens. It's funny. This is the last mon, and his name is ridiculous. Let me see. Do we die to a hurricane if they landed? I'm assuming they're a defensive Zapdos. Hurricane... Can Hurricane kill us? We're at 124 HP. I mean, they have to hit the Hurricane to begin with. They have to hit it. We're at 124, so that's 39%. Odds are we actually live a Hurricane from right here. Odds are we actually live a Hurricane if they're like a offensive guy. So we're gonna just click Gravity. We're gonna just click Gravity. So let's see. If they kill us with Hurricane, then, you know. Okay, never mind. Landorus just 6-0s. Because if they were offensive Zapdos, they could have killed us. But if they were defensive, they, like I said, the odds are in our favor to just win. I am very surprised to get a 6-0 victory against a person like this. But, yeah, man. Just got to take those for what they are. GG's to my opponent, Cherry. That was a... Well, it was fun for me. Probably not so much for you, and I'm sorry about that. But, you know, GG to the homie. He's a really tough competitor, so to win like this is really big. But once again, this isn't a team he picked up. But GG's, man. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, everybody, peace out.